Hi everyone, hope you are all doing very well. Sorry if the lighting is a bit bad, I'm just waddling through to the kitchen. Oh, what a day. It's one of those that I had to do the banks, I had to do Lidl because we needed dog biscuits. And yeah, hefty work, very hefty work. Say hello, say hello. No. So I have uploaded a video of my old Hi Cozy shabam, just in case someone's going for a Hi Cozy and they wanted like a little insight. Obviously my one didn't go to plan to begin with, and it is a very emotional one. I cried when I watched it back. It was, oh, it was emotional. But so I'm just moving my pregnancy ball onto my desk because I use it at the dinner table now, and my desk and everywhere else, so I can bloody squeeze it in. Oh, that's better. I'm actually sat down now. So while I was at the banks, went and got a coffee because it is needed. I've got a massive craving at the moment for sushi. So I know you're not meant to eat raw fish, and I am very basic when it comes to sushi, so I'll only have like the vegetable ones, like, you know, like the cucumber and the pickled carrot, I think it is, and the smoked salmon one. I don't venture away from that just because sushi is a bit of a minefield for me, like a minefield. I don't really understand like what most stuff is. Stu doesn't eat sushi and Harry's not keen on it, so I just get the stuff from Tesco's basically. So yeah, I have oh, I need to put my day cream on actually. So a little while ago for Christmas, me and my mum went to Champneys. Stu bought it as a present, and we had some treatments and stuff, and I got my mum got this like bundle, and you got one of these for free. Don't know if it's going to show you. No, probably not. Anyway, it's the LMS day cream, and to be honest, it is bloody brilliant. It's so expensive, but I got the little freebie thing of it, and to be fair, it's lasted me, and it's still lasted me quite a while. But I always forget to put it on, so I thought while it's in front of me, I'll quickly whack it on now. There we go, lovely jubbly. It smells amazing as well. So my Costa's actually cold because I had to go to Lidl to get dog biscuits. But love a cold coffee. In the summer I do, not so much in the winter. So anyway, this video is about what happened in my first and second trimester. So I am 32 weeks, no, I'm gonna be 33 weeks on Friday. So I am 32 weeks at the moment. I had my midwife appointment yesterday. All was well, blood pressure fine, urine fine, movements fine, heartbeat fine, which is really reassuring. They have said that she is head down, but she still has time to move around and then move back around. So, but all is good with the little lady. I am waiting on some bits to be delivered to do what I have for baby so far. There's some bits in the post that will hopefully arrive this week, and then I will do a video and show you guys what I have got. There's the big things like the pushchair, that's not coming until the end of March, which is a mums and papas one, the Acaro travel system, I think it is. So we have got that, it's just not coming yet. And Stu is adamant that he wants the baby Brezza feeding machine. So we haven't got that yet, it's not needed just yet, but we are probably gonna get the baby Brezza. We're gonna get the bottle washer, the whole shabam thing where you literally, as soon as you finish feeding baby, you put it straight into the machine. You don't need to rinse it, wash it, nothing. And it sterilises it, dries it, and yeah, which will make it so much easier. We're going to get the Advanced Pro machine as well as one of the mini ones. The mini one's going to go in the bedroom for when I'm doing my night feeds, and the other one will obviously go in the kitchen for during the day. But when I'm at home, obviously I will either do the cooled boiled water if I'm at home for the day, do the old-fashioned way, or if it's more of like a rush and she's hungry and she needs a bottle ASAP, then obviously I'll just use the machine. But yeah, anyway, so I want to say it's been a rough ride, but compared to other people, it probably hasn't actually been like too bad. But judging on when I was pregnant with Harry, I had nothing with him at all. I didn't have any morning sickness. I literally had nothing like whatsoever. So my sickness kicked in at about, it was about 8 weeks. I was about 8 weeks pregnant when I started to feel sick, like all day, every day, like different smells. I couldn't really eat much, but I wasn't actually sick. It wasn't until I was about 9.5 weeks, I think, and then suddenly it just hit me like a train, and I was being sick 4 or 5 times a day, just constantly just felt sick. I had a horrible taste in my mouth. I was very lethargic. It was not nice. Like I couldn't handle like anything. I could just about drink water, but obviously it's got no taste to it. So I did try and put a bit of squash in it just to get a bit of flavour, but it wasn't happening. No, absolutely not. So it started off quite early. I went to the doctors and explained obviously that I've got morning sickness, and then straight away they gave me a prescription for Exonv, I think it is. I've seen loads of things about this Exonv. I watch another girl who's recently found out she was pregnant, but bless her, she was being sick like 16 times a day. Like she had it rough, like so rough. She got given another form of anti-sickness, which didn't help for her at all. They then moved her on to Exonv, and by the looks of her vlogs, it's calmed down so much. So they are very, very good. Oh, I think that's Harry back from school. Sorry about that. The dogs barked because Harry came home. So where was I? Yeah, so far in her vlog she seems to be doing so much better. But yeah, so I got given Exonv. I got told to take 2 tablets at night, which is what you're meant to do, and then 1 again in the morning, just for the first kind of week or 2. Luckily, I did go, I was back down to 2 in the evening, but it seems to be coming back like a little bit more at the moment. I don't know whether it's like hormone changes or what, but there's days where I just feel so rough. Like I'm not sick, but I just feel so like I'm gonna be sick. Like anything that I eat, especially in the morning, it's kind of one of those that you kind of sit there and you just debate your life, and it's just like, am I gonna be sick? Am I not gonna be sick? Like it's one of those that I either need to dash to the toilet now or it's just gonna pass. So I am taking another one in the morning just for a couple of days, just to get me through it. I've spoken to the midwife, and normally people come off anti-sickness in their first trimester, well, after their first trimester, but because of the surgery that I had, so if you guys don't know, I had weight loss surgery. I had a gastric sleeve about 6 years ago, so that could be one of the reasons as to why the morning sickness has stuck around for as long as it has. But either way, doesn't matter if I'm on anti-sickness until I give birth. It is what it is. You can't just stop taking the medication though, because I did try that. I wasn't aware that you're not just meant to stop it. So I thought that I felt fine, and this was, I think I was about 21 weeks, and I thought, right, I'm gonna just stop taking them and see how I go, because you're not gonna know if you don't need them until you stop taking them, basically. So I stopped taking them, and the first day was absolutely fine, And then it wasn't until the second day, oh my God, it was absolutely horrendous. So I started taking it again, but that could have been because I just randomly stopped it. But I have tried to reduce it. Some days I'm okay, some days I'm just not, and it's just a very rough day. So at the moment I'm just taking, well, I took 2 last night, 1 this morning. I'll do the same again tonight and tomorrow. And then I'll go back to just taking 2 at night. I'll give it a week, reduce it down to 1 at night, and just see how I get on, basically. Because I don't want to take the medication if it's not needed. But at the same time, I don't want to risk it and feel really, really sick. So, I don't know. We'll see. So, the other thing that I've had, it was called SPD. It's now called PGP, which is pelvic girdle pain. And what it is, it's, in fact, I'm not very good with explaining stuff. So, pelvic girdle pain, previously known as symphysis pubis dysfunction, refers to pain or movement issues in the pelvis's bones and joints. It can affect the front, back, or sides of the pelvis. So basically, so the discomfort may be described as an ache, shooting pain, or the feeling of being kicked. Yeah, so I had it with Harry, and I got that when I was about 20 weeks pregnant with Harry. This time around, it started to kick in when I was about 18 weeks. They did say when I was pregnant with Harry, the chances are I'll probably get it again if I have another child. And lo and behold, I did get it again. But yeah, I was unfortunate to have it at 18 weeks. When I was pregnant with Harry, there wasn't any help like out there, really. I just had to plod through with it, and towards the end, I couldn't even walk. It was so painful and so bad. This time around, I did have physiotherapy. Unfortunately, it was one of those appointments that I turned up. They moved my legs around a little bit, did a bit of like observation, and they basically just turned around and said, yes, you've got PGP. Unfortunately, it's not going to go until you give birth. And that was it. Which, I don't really know what I was expecting, but nowadays I was kind of expecting, I don't know, like some kind of treatment, or they did give me exercises to do at home, but it's just the bog standard exercises. So I spoke to my chiropractor, who me and Stu have seen quite a lot, and I just explained I've got PGP, is it something that you can help with? And he actually treats quite a lot of pregnant women with PGP. So I went and saw him, and he basically explained it and just said, to help with PGP, it needs manipulation. So basically, what he did is my pubic bone, he basically popped it, so it kind of like went back into place. And the day after, it was sore and it was angry, but he did say obviously it is going to feel a bit sore the next day. However, after that you should feel fine. And lo and behold, I haven't had the pain since. So I just wish that I knew about that when I was pregnant with Harry. But either way, so yeah, I had PGP. He then popped it back in. It's such a weird feel, like you can literally hear it pop, like, as well. It's such a weird, like, blah, it's such a weird feeling. But he did like different movements, like with my legs, and then suddenly, I think it was when I was pushing my legs like back in, it popped, and I kind of looked at him like, oh my god, and he was like, that's what we wanted, and that was it. Anyway, so I went on my way, and then about a week and a half after that, I got hit with sciatica, which, if any of you girlies know sciatica, then yeah, it's horrible. It's so bad. It can affect like different parts. It can do your legs, your back, your bottom, your pelvis. So I had it in my lower back and I had it in my right butt cheek, and it went all the way down from my butt cheek down to my kneecap. And I'm not even joking when I say I couldn't walk. I literally couldn't walk. It was so bad that if I had to like nip to the shop, getting out of the car and walking into the shop was absolutely excruciating. Like, it was so bad. Oh my god, the pain was just awful. So went back to my chiropractor, and he was doing like different treatments on me and things like that, kind of building strength really to help obviously with the sciatica pain. But it just seemed to move around quite a bit. Like, it didn't really stay in like what, apart from the butt cheek, it was like a sharp stabbing pain. It literally as if someone had like stabbed a knife into your butt cheek. That's how it felt every time I walked. Sitting down, absolutely fine. It, you know, I'd have to shuffle around a little bit just to kind of like ease it up a little bit. But walking, oh my god, it was awful. So I got a pregnancy belt. It's a, let me go and get it. I think it's a Mum Cozy. It's American. Let me go get it. Hang on. I could show you a little bump update. That's the bump. You should be able to see it. There you go. That's a bit better. She's getting big. So this is the, is it a Mum Cozy one? So it's a bit faded because I've worn it a lot, but it's a Mum Cozy one. So I googled it. I'll put it on now just to show you guys, but it's basically got like back support, and it basically just supports like everywhere. So I've been wearing this mostly every day. If I'm at home, so that's basically what it looks like. So it supports here, it goes round the front here, and then you've got some support up here. So that's how it basically supports you. It is meant to be one of the best, it's meant to be one of the best ones out there basically. I'm so sorry guys, but I'm starving. I need to have some sushi. I'm really excited about this. Oh, I also got, it's new, so it's strawberries and cream flavour Pepsi. They've got the cream soda one as well, but I don't know, I wasn't too convinced of that. But I'm gonna, it smells like strawberry. Ooh, that's actually alright. It's 0 sugar. That's actually quite nice. Yeah, so I did some research, and that's when I picked, sorry about my dog, he's an absolute nutter. If you can hear him in the background. Cheers. So yeah, anyway, so that belt has helped massively, and I wear it, I try and wear it every day, but if I'm not doing anything and it's not particularly painful, then I won't put it on. But if I go out, I do. Need a bit more soy sauce. Yummy! It's weird, isn't it? The stuff that you really want when you're pregnant. Delish. But I'd say that's probably the hardest thing that I've had this pregnancy, is the PGP, because it just affects everything. Like trying to walk into a shop was just awful. So I had that for about 6 to 8 weeks. I struggled with that, where it was like severe, where I couldn't walk or do like anything. But it has eased up now. I do find that there's some days, if I like walk around one shop, say like Lidl or Aldi, it's okay, but it will start to kind of like, my pelvis will start to feel a bit achy and a bit unstable. And that's when I know that I need to sit down for a bit just to kind of let it chill out. But there's some days where I push it a bit too far and it's just so painful the rest of the night, and I've got to sleep it off. That's the only way for the pain to subside, really. So yeah, I'd probably say that was the most hardest one out of the morning sickness and PGP. That's so good. I can't eat all of it. So eating wise, due to my surgery, I haven't really noticed a difference. Like I can't eat anymore. I am trying to eat a little bit more often if I can, but it's one of those that if I try and eat, if I'm not really that hungry, then I'll just feel sick or I'll have a mouthful and I'm like, I'm done. So I haven't really eaten anymore, but I've had some blood tests which the consultant wanted me to do because of my surgery, and they have come back absolutely fine. So I know that I'm not lacking in any like nutrients or anything like that, which is very promising. I was meant to be down with the consultant throughout my whole pregnancy, but I haven't actually seen my consultant at all, which is brilliant, because I think there's a few complications that can happen because of the surgery that I had, which affects obviously mum and baby. So yeah, I didn't actually need to see the consultant. She's basically signed me back to the midwives and just said that she sees no reason to be worried, concerned, or anything like that. So I can carry on as just a normal pregnant woman, which is fantastic. It's absolutely incredible. I spoke to the midwife yesterday actually, and she said that considering the surgery I've had quite a straightforward pregnancy. And to be honest, I have, apart from the morning sickness and the PGP, but there could have been so many other things that came about and it hasn't, and I've just breezed through it, which I'm so thankful for, because there's some women out there that, even like regardless of the surgery, have really, really rough rides. So I do feel for all of the pregnant ladies that have suffered, but it's all worth it in the end. Because I can't drink like certain volumes of liquid, I've basically just got to sip drinks. I wasn't allowed to do a glucose test, which I had with Harry, and you obviously got to drink that god awful like sugary Lucozade thing drink. I didn't have to do that this time, so I had to do, Princess Anne gave me a kit to do at home, and I'd done that when I was about, I think I was in my early 20s, between 20, I think I was maybe 22 to 24 weeks pregnant. Or was I a bit earlier on? Maybe I was about 20 weeks. So I did my first lot of testing. I had to test for 4 days, 6 times a day, and that all came back absolutely fine. So she said she'll get back in contact again when I'm about 27, 28 weeks, and then I've got to redo the whole test again. So did that again, 4 days, 6 times a day, all came back absolutely fine. So I do not have gestational diabetes, which is quite a known thing with the surgery that I've had, but luckily I didn't have that, which is absolutely brilliant. I've known a couple of women that's had gestational diabetes, and it sounds miserable. Like, you can't eat like any of like the stuff that you want to eat, especially if you've got cravings. Like, oh my god, if anyone of you know me, I absolutely love cake. Like, I love it. I don't care if I can just manage a mouthful. I will I'll take the mouthful. Not being able to eat that mouthful of cake would have absolutely destroyed me. But yeah, so I didn't have gestational diabetes, which is brilliant. But yeah, so overall, the PGP was probably the worst for me. It was just the sheer pain of it. Like, my pelvis just felt so unstable. Like, when I walked, it just like, it kind of felt like it was all like knocking, like the bones were all like knocking around, and they weren't like all together, if you know what I mean. Like, say like your pubic bone, it kind of felt like it was just like doing this, but my whole pelvis just felt like it was just like floating around. It's a really odd feeling, but so far with the treatments and everything that I've had, if it wasn't for me going to the chiropractor, I probably wouldn't be in the position that I am now at all. So hats off to my chiropractor. He is amazing. I can't quite tell if I like this or not. I think I do. I don't know. It's quite a weak strawberry taste. I don't know. I'll keep sipping on it until I don't want to sip on it anymore. So, sleeping for the past 3 days has been awful. I know most pregnant women will, well, maybe not actually. Some pregnant women might have been absolutely fine, and fair play to you. But since I'm coming up to 33 weeks pregnant, trying to turn over in bed, it literally feels like I'm trying to turn a lorry around in a car wash. It's just impossible, like so impossible. I've got pregnancy pillows galore. I've got a massive U-shaped one. I've got a long one with like a curve at the bottom. I've got the wedge. I think I've got another one as well. And at the moment I've just got the U-shape in there. I did try it with the wedge as well, because I am a back sleeper, and there are some points throughout the night that I do wake up on my back. I can't help it. I literally, that's just how I fall asleep. But I have tried to obviously put the wedge and everything there to try and stop me, because you're not meant to sleep on your back when you're further on in pregnancy. But it can't be helped. Like yeah, I've tried to avoid it. I haven't done it for a little while, I don't think. But when I get into bed, I always lay on my left side to try and fall asleep. But little lady seems to wake up when I get into bed. I think because of the position that I'm in on my side, she's obviously trying to reposition herself and get comfy. But last night has to be hands down the worst night's sleep that I've had for so long. I was awake more than I was asleep. So we went to bed reasonably late. It was like 11:45, I think it was. And I was still awake at 1:40. I was quite happy, settled, like ready to go to sleep. But she clearly had other ideas. But it's one of those situations where, you know, you get those sweet spots, like on the side, like of your stomach, when you're led, like say on your left, and the baby kicks you, like on your right side, it makes you jump, and obviously in the ribs as well. Like, she kept doing that, and it literally just kept making me jump, which woke me up. So I just couldn't settle. I just couldn't do it. But eventually I fell asleep. But then I had to turn over onto my right side, but because of the PGP is obviously still there a little bit, it still like hurts a bit, like when I try and like turn over in bed and things like that. So I do have to be careful. I do have to be careful of that. But that obviously wakes me up a little bit just because of the pain of it. But then obviously it's like a 100-point turn just to try and like turn yourself over onto your right. I wish you could just roll, like that would be amazing, but you can't. I've tried it, Doesn't work. I feel like a beached whale. But yeah, I went onto my right side, and then again, she then started kicking my left side, which was right in the sweet spot. So I think I was led there for about half an hour trying to get settled, but where she was just kicking so much, and she was proper turning. I just I couldn't get comfortable. So I sat up for a bit in bed, and then I then went back on my left side. I clearly fell asleep for a bit, but then woke back up again because I needed to turn over, and that was my night, basically. That was how my night's sleep went. So, welcome to the uncomfortableness of pregnancy at nearly 33 weeks pregnant. It is one of those things where it's going to happen. You've got a baby in you, and she's getting bigger, she's wriggling more. It is what it is. You just got to try and find positions to kind of get yourself in, really. I am... Hello? Hello? Oh, hello, are you okay? Just invite yourself. You gonna come? Oh, okay, thanks. Who was that? You okay? Pop, pop. Artie boy. Are you okay? This one sleeps on me at night. Well, not at night time, but when we are on the sofa, he will rest his chin on my belly, and little lady kicks you, doesn't she? Hey? You get kicked in the face, don't you? I think he secretly loves it because he always comes back. He always lays there. Don't you, puppy? Hey? No, you're not having you in the sheep. Thank you. He thinks it's his toy. And it's not, is it? No. Ewan is not for you, I'm afraid. Thank you. Cuddles. Thank you. Ow. Thank you. Cheers. But yeah, this one is just attached to me in the evenings. He will rest his chin on my belly, and that's where he will be for the foreseeable of the night, until we go to bed. Won't you? Hey? Yeah. Gorgeous boy. Oh no, don't lick me. No! You can smell my sushi. Don't be fooled, he's not actually coming up because he loves me, he's just coming up because he wants my sushi. He's wondering what I've done with it. Oh, bugger off. Oh. Ow, his claws are so sharp. No, go away. Go away. So yeah, interrupted sleep is definitely a thing now, but at least it will get me in preparation of when she's actually here. Because, yeah, it's going to be very interrupted having a newborn. Gosh. But I'm on maternity leave now. So luckily, if I have a really bad night's sleep, I can just have a nap during the day, which is an absolute godsend. And I did that today because I didn't sleep very well last night. So I had a nice little nap on the sofa for about an hour, which has helped a lot. So yes, thank God I'm able to do that. Right, I think I have covered everything in here now. If any of you have had weight loss surgery and you've got any questions, obviously I'm not a medical professional at all. I can try and advise, but if it's anything like major, then you need to speak to a GP about it. But yeah, if there's anything that you think that you just want to have a chat about or whatever, then feel free to drop me a message. I am on Instagram as well. But yes, apart from that, I'm all good. Hopefully not too long to go, but we shall see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and my next video, I'm hoping, will be what I've got for baby, if everything gets delivered on time. So we'll see. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.